I'm Dina, Janis, Artistic Director of the Dorset Theatre Festival.
And I'm Will Rucker. I'm the producing director at the Dorset Theatre Festival. This summer in 2019, we are looking forward to our 42nd season of bringing professional summer theater to Southern Vermont, particularly our home, which is the Dorset Playhouse in Dorset, Vermont.
We started, the festival, had a great reputation and had been doing wonderful work here for decades, and had done some new plays and premieres through its history. But we found that when we came on board, we started bringing in playwrights, people that we knew, colleagues, and interestingly enough, the new work just really got such excitement going in the community. So we realized that people here were really open to kind of coming in and seeing something they may not have heard of before, but were intrigued by, and that's just continued to be the case. At this point, I think people will come to something they may not know what it is or how it will be, but they kind of trust that we're going to bring them something really interesting. And so we have a lot of, we really have a lot of new work, exciting work. I don't know, Will.
Yeah, the first play isn't new. The first play is like the opposite
Classic.
of new. It's classic.
Yeah.
That's Noel Coward's Private Lives, the 1930 comedy of manners, beloved by many, actors
play.
included. Dina came back from casting like so elated from that.
Oh, it was
every day.
Yeah.
You should have seen what.
Yeah, everybody just loves that play. It's just one of the most brilliant comedies ever.
Yeah.
So.
And what's interesting about what I'm personally really looking forward to in Private Lives is just the team that we were able to assemble for it. Starting with, we said, I remember being like, we could do Private Lives, but who would direct it?
Yeah.
And then it was just sort of like this simultaneous light bulb, remembering our friend Evan Yanulis, who was last at Dorset in 2016 with the Norman Conquest.
Right.
She's perfect,
She's great, and and the actors love working with her. So it was really great to do the casting session in New York because so many talented people came in. It was amazing.
To do a revival of a play like that, we wanted to make sure we did it right, and I think we're on the right track for that. Just given the immense talent in the design team alone, let alone the terrific actors that are going to come do that show.
It should be really beautiful. So it's sort of like a glass of champagne,
Yeah.
It's really great and great for the summer fun. And then of course, we were doing a world premiere by Teresa Rebeck, which we're really excited about, called Dig, which is a really interesting piece of hers, something different. Beautiful roles for actors, and we're excited about that. She's directing it, which is going to be really amazing, and also the cast is fabulous, including, we just kind of finished the casting with Gordon Clapp, who is such a terrific actor. I've been such a fan of his for years, from all of his television work, but also actually he did his one-man Robert Frost piece here, One Fall, which was just stunning.
Right.
But we're so excited to have him coming in with another group of actors that are just all terrific, and that's going to be pretty exciting.
Who else is exciting about? Well, they're all very exciting, I promise that. But Dorset audiences will be glad to welcome back Andrea Siglowski, who's playing Megan in that piece.
And she was in Cry It Out last year.
Right.
It was just fantastic. And then we go into...
And then we keep world premiering.
It's right. We're really excited this year about, the festival has always been known for doing the sort of great versions of murder mysteries, whether it's Agatha Christie or Sherlock. And throughout its history, Agatha Christie was the #1 selling plays that were ever done here. And we've done a few since I've been here, but this play is really amazing because it's a new play written by one of our women artist writers, and a terrific actress also.
I had pieces of this play. There have been always, 40 pages of this play in one version or another on my laptop at any given time over the last 5 or 6 years. And then it wasn't really until about this time last year that I had a complete draft. So this is still a relatively new project, and we're kind of launching this thing where we're going to be in a production on a stage with costumes and designers and stuff. And it is still quite raw and malleable. And so it feels really exciting to me as a writer to have this group of people to kind of mold around and to know that you guys are going to be here for the summer as well. It's really thrilling.
The story unfolds and you get to meet, all of those great characters of Christie, Poirot and Mrs. Marple and Agatha herself and a cast of characters. And so it's funny, it is a mystery, it's lots of red herrings. I think people of all ages are going to really enjoy it, and it's also really has a depth to it in terms of what it really looks at. So,
Mrs. Christie will have such a bright future.
Yes,
I think we both
It really
know
will.
that, just in terms of, I think our audiences are going to love it. And then, as you said,
they are.
theaters are already center antennas up about what it would mean to have Christie back in there.
Well, it's funny because in the play, we were workshopping it in the city this week, and there's a line about how the main character, one of the main characters, talks about how she's a mixologist, which is a fancy word for bartender, but she was trying to describe it to Agatha Christie, and she was like, well, I kind of do something old, but in a new way.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's what this whole play is. It's kind of Agatha Christie, but done in a new way afterwards.
Yeah.
And then we're finishing with a regional premiere. It's I guess the second time the play will have been produced. And we're excited about that. Cast is going to be really fun.
Yeah. I'll do it because Frasier was one of my all-time favorite
He's the big
sitcoms.
fan, so he can really.
So I just, I wrote to one of my friends even, and he said, "Wow, you're going to retire so young, having accomplished such an artistic goal." But Slow Food by Wendy MacLeod, #1, is a terrific, funny, brand new play. Yeah. And how often do those come around? So I'm so glad to have that period. But add to it director Jackson Gay, who was here last year in our Pipeline series. And then add to it Dan Butler and Perry Gilpin, who you may remember from NBC's Frasier back in the day.
Yeah.
Dan was Bulldog Briscoe, and Perry was Roz Doyle, Frasier's producer. And they're both coming. They're coming to Dorset to star in Slow Food with Greg Sturr, who's
fabulous,
so funny, such a great actor, has been in everything on Broadway.
Yeah, it's a lost art comedy, and they really are experts at it, and they're very excited about being here all together and working on this. So we're excited, and it's fun. It's a fun play. It's it's just a very human funny, and people will get it, and I think the audiences are really going to enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I think if you're married, there's a whole lot of something in it for you.
Totally.
But if you've ever been to a restaurant, then there's so much.
There's
There's something
not
for
been
you
able to
too.
get your food out of the kitchen, you'll relate to that too.
Yeah.